All right, let's get to the final lap of our discussion. I want to thank you for always staying with us. We want to quickly look at some of the compelling issues as we dive into a very crucial topic. Ahead of Edo and Ondo gubernatorial election, advocating for more women participation in politics, our esteemed guest for today is Data Bio Breaks. She's a distinguished legal practitioner and the chairperson of the Federation of Nigerian Female Lawyers Association of Nigeria, Rivers State branch. She joins us virtually from Rivers State, Nigeria. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
And thank you for your patience. All right. Let's dive straight into the discussion. What do you think should be the first point of call as far as women's involvement in politics is concerned?
First port of call is to get more women involved. How should we do this? We should just give them the laws. The laws is the only thing right now that can actually help us more. If we can get more laws, let's say we have the what they call it, affirmative action.
Okay.
The 30% that we're talking about, that 30% is actually not enough. But even at that, it's not in place. It's not being utilized anyway. At our National Assembly, we can see the level of women's participation in politics. In the various states, we can see, even at the, what would I call it, state level, how many female governors do we have? We don't have any. Those states is just going into elections right now. So this is not even the time to be talking about women participation in politics.
So
yes,
how can we now increase female representation that it will benefit the entirety of the women worldwide?
This talk should start okay, some states had their elections last year. So this talk should start now for those states that have done the elections. We'll talk to the women, get more women involved, get them to actually key into it and tell them, look, we need more women in governance. If we don't have more women in governance, we'll still remain where we are. And it should start early, not in the election year. It should be done before the election year, 2-3 years before the election year, because it takes time to prepare for an election. You need the finances. How does she do this? You get, okay, you act, maybe you can do crowdfunding, maybe getting women NGOs involved, getting people involved, getting women coalitions involved, and ask them, okay, let's push for these persons to get into politics, into decision-making places. That's the only way we can go about it. It can be done now. Elections are just a few months away or a few days away, and we're talking about more women participation. It's too late.
But don't you think it's better late than never at that topic?
It's actually better late than never, because at least you can talk to them to come out and vote. Most of them right now, I think all parties would have finished in Edo State, would have finished with their primaries. And
we are still heading towards the primaries anyway in Edo State.
Okay, if they are still heading towards the primaries, then more women can be called upon to come and join. Tell them, look, these are the benefits of having women participate in politics. You have better decision making. Yes, women take better decisions. Don't laugh at that. Women, we have a way of bringing in the humane angle to whatever we're doing. So when we have more women in politics, we have more women in governance, there's a change in story.
But however, there was a time a leader in this nation said, and I quote, that women are better off in the kitchen and the other room. Could that be the reason why we don't see them in the front line as far as politics is concerned in this country?
Women are actually scared to come into politics. A lot of women are scared because of all the things, negative things they've heard. Then you know that we're a country that has been led by patriarchy, where the men are always made to feel they're in charge, the men are in control, men should rule, men should do that. So before you break that stereotype, it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot. You need to have the guts to say, oh, I can do this. I can take over. I can take charge. So women need to tell them, they need a lot of talking to. People need to talk to them. They need a lot of, what we like call hand holding. We need to hold their hands and say, you can do this. You can actually be a leader. You can actually be the governor. You can actually be the House of Rep. member. You can actually be the House of Assembly representative. You can actually be the local government chairman. Women can be made to know that, look, you can do it.
Okay.
You don't need to wait given to you on a platter of gold, because I do not believe in asking a woman to come and contest without paying for her to pay for forms and all that. Free forms for women. I am one of the people that do not believe in it.
So there shouldn't be any form of waiver for your gender, as far as the race is concerned.
No waiver to any gender, so that you know that you earned it. It was not given to you, because if something is given to you on a platter, the implication is that whoever gave it to you on a platter can control you.
Okay, let's quickly wrap up now. What role can the legal system play in promoting gender equality in political participation as far as women is concerned? We need to wrap up now.
We should have it legislated upon. We can only achieve this through having legislations that say political parties, we are not looking at women leader. Some positions should be meant for women. And it should, not just the positions, you should say in every political party you should have, let's say 40, 60 or even 50-50. We're looking at gender equity. 50-50, give everybody an equal playing ground. Do not say these roles do not belong to women. But if the legislature just sits down and say, okay, let's legislate upon this. Some countries have achieved this through legislation. So in Nigeria, we can achieve it through legislation also.
Right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Briggs. I'm afraid we don't really have luxury of time again. Would really love to have you again on the show where we can extend the front line of this discussion.